Hello, Mr. Tommy Kim.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for welcoming us.
Hop. Avant que l'interview ne commence, laissez-moi vous remettre rapidement dans le contexte. Pendant une semaine, je suis parti au Cambodge avec une équipe composée de 6 boxeurs français venus affronter 6 Cambodgiens dans les règles du Kun Khmer. Cet événement a été organisé en pleine campagne cambodgienne à environ 4 heures de route de Phnom Penh, la capitale. À cette occasion, j'ai eu la chance de rencontrer Tommy Kim, organisateur de cet événement, personne chargée de la programmation des combats de Kun Khmer sur la chaîne Town TV et secrétaire général de la Fédération cambodgienne de kickboxing. Le reportage complet sur cette aventure arrive très rapidement, mais je tenais à vous proposer cette interview en avant-première, donc j'espère qu'elle vous plaira. Si c'est le cas, pensez à liker, commenter, partager et également à vous abonner si ça n'est pas déjà fait. Sur ce, bonne vidéo.
So you are considered as an important and influential figure in the development of Kun Khmer here in Cambodia. When we see your commitment to the fighters and to this martial arts, it's clear that your involvement goes far beyond business or financial interest. You seem to be driving above all by a genuine passion for combat sports and by the desire to help Kun Khmer to grow. Thank you very much for welcoming us again and for giving us this interview. So my first question, please can you introduce yourself and talk about your professional background?
Yeah, thank you for your interesting to interview me. We're gonna do the Kun Khmer friend fights tomorrow. And let me introduce myself. My name is Kim Srun Kosal. My nickname is Tommy Kim. I am the promoter and organizer of the Kun Khmer in Town TV, also a senior advisor to Town TV station, and also is a Secretary General of Kickboxing Federation in Cambodia. And also I am the representative of the IPCC Kun Khmer in Cambodia, HFC, IKC, WKC, that is a World Title Association in Cambodia. The main job is to organize and promote the Kun Khmer combat program in the country and to the world.
You're clearly very passionate about
Thank you.
Kun Khmer and about combat sports. Where does this passion come from? And why did you decide to become involved in this industry?
Because when I was born, I see my martial arts, Kun Khmer. And my Kun Khmer history is a long time ago, 1,000 years already. So I think I have the duty to protect and preserve my martial art. So my passion is to develop and to promote Kun Khmer through producing combat program in the country, and also we have cooperated with our partner outside to organize the Kun Khmer event in other countries such as Asia, China, Japan, and other Europe countries. So we want to preserve, we want to promote, we want to share our original martial art to the world to see, because as you know, 1,000 years ago, our king, our ancestor used the Kun Khmer as the weapon to create the land, to create the country, to create the kingdom, to protect the people, to protect our country from enemy. So through this evidence, we have carved the martial art on the wall of Angkor Wat Temple and Bayon Temple. If you have chance, you can visit there. You can see the Kun Khmer, Muay Thai, kickboxing, MMA will be on the wall of Bayon Temple. That Bayon Temple and Angkor Wat Temple is 1,000 years ago. I think our martial art is the oldest martial art in Asia. Some country not yet exist. So this is my passion that I want to create the Kun Khmer Combat Professional Program to promote, to share, to preserve it for my next generation.
For the French people who are discovering this martial arts, could you explain briefly the history and the origin of Kun Khmer?
1854, that our old king have cooperated with French kingdom. Then at that time we can say we was colonized or protectorate from the French government. And then he discovered that our martial arts is very dangerous. Last time we used only bare hand and use rope that we call objectif. Very dangerous, and some fights they see the coffin put nearby the ring, and who die can put in the coffin. So at that time the French government set up the rule, then use the glove and have a time limit for each fight, to fight like 3 minutes per round, 5 rounds, and then we have glove to protect the life of the fighter. That I would like to say thank you to the French too, that French have discovered the Angkor temple. French set up our Kun Khmer rule since from that time.
What does Kun Khmer represent for Cambodgian people beyond being just a martial art?
Kun Khmer not just a martial arts for people, but it's our symbolized nation. And then it's our spirit, it's our symbolize of our country that represent that our ethnic, our people exist in this land thousand years already. 1,000 years already that we create the kingdom, we create the country through the martial art. It's Kun Khmer. And in Kun Khmer we have 12 levels. Level 1 to level 8 is like training with weapon, spear, sword, stick, and other weapon. Yes. And level 9 to level 10, when you reach to level 9, level 10, it means you use bare hand, no need weapon. You can, our ancestor can fight with the tiger that we can see the Bayon temple, they carve on the wall. Only elbow, knee, punch, kicks, yeah, spin, round. So when you reach higher level, it means level 11 to level 12. That is the top martial arts that you can jump from one elephant to elephant. And our King Surya too jump from his own elephant to his enemy elephant and then kill his enemy. Yes, very like dragon on the sky. So this one we still preserve it 12 well. Yeah, so that's called Boxe. So now when we just use only some level to teach our fighter to train and fight on the ring just for like entertainment, not like that fight. But unlucky, till 1970, we start to have a civil war. General Luno make a coup, and then blah blah blah, and the war happened inside the country. So Cambodia and Cambodia fight each other. Till 1975, Khmer rule come to take over the country, and then they kill million people. All educated and knowledge people have been killed. And so most of the knowledge people and martial art people run to neighboring country, and then to preserve and to survive their own life. So 1979, this is when January 1979, our hero, old Prime Minister Somdai Hun Sen, he raised the army and deliberates the country from the Khmer rule. And then 47, he tried to build and develop this country. So the Kun Khmer also, he loved it, and he used to all his own property to support the Kun Khmer, to support the fighter, to support the trainer, the old martial arts master, in order to continue their mission to teach, to train the martial art Kun Khmer to the next generation. Until now, our Prime Minister Somdai Mahabawatapdai Hun Manet used this martial arts mixed together with Boxe and all the martial art to train in the army. So all the army will train the martial art, Boxe, Kun Khmer together. So that's it's very sad story that from the highest to lowest story. So as my personal, I am on behalf of Cambodian people. My passion is to create, to preserve, to share, to promote my own martial art to next generation and also to the world, to know
this history.
The lost history of martial arts in the world is Kun Khmer, Boxe.
You have become an influential figure in the development of the sports. What is your main objective in the Kun Khmer today?
My main objective is to use Kun Khmer to build relationship with other countries. So we not just like make common sports, but we use the sport beyond the
world.
The program. It means to build a relationship between country and country. Like example, I do the Kun Khmer versus France team. We fight team and team. Tomorrow you will see there will be 6 bouts, 3 bouts for Kun Khmer, 3 bouts for kickboxing. Because our own martial art can fight any type of martial art, not just Kun Khmer or not just kickboxing or MMA. So tomorrow there will be a fantastic fights. So 3 fights for Kun Khmer, 3 fights for kickboxing. Who gonna win 2 bouts, 2 fights, will win the trophies. Then you can take to the country. Yeah, it's rule, Kun Khmer rule and kickboxing will be have separate trophies, champion trophy for the country.
Why you decided to invite 6 French fighters?
The first, I would like to say merci beaucoup les Français, especially President Macron. He's very kind and generous leader in the world for our country. Then he always have a good relationship with our King Rodom Sihamani, our President of Senate, Samdech Hun Sen, always have a good relationship with our Prime Minister Samdech Bobo Mahathir Hun Manet, and very kind to support our Cambodian land. When we have been invaded, encroached by neighboring country, he support and give the evidence of the Siam, French Siam map to support our Cambodian side to go to the court, to go to the UN clause. That's my spirit, my thanks to the French government, to the French people. So that's why I decided to organize the event Kun Khmer France tomorrow, 19 July 2026.
Cambodia and France share a long history, as you said. Is this event also a way to strengthen the cultural relationship between France and Cambodia?
Yes. Of course, sure. This event I dedicate to the relationship between Cambodian people and French people, Cambodian government and French government, to strengthen the relationship, because we have a long story together. So tomorrow we have a short video and say about the merci beaucoup les Français, and merci beaucoup Mr. President Macron, that I'm sure that this event will make a good and strengthen the relationship between Cambodian and France.
That will be amazing.
Yeah.
What are you personally expecting from Saturday events? And how many spectators are you all hoping to welcome?
I expect that the thousand people crowded people, spectator will come to join the event. Because I know that the French fighter is not normal. They are very good. Yeah, even our Cambodian fighter found their profile. They say, oh, very good French fighter. It's not easy to win, but win or lose is not the problem. The problem, the people, you and everybody in the world will see the real fight. It's the real fight between Cambodian fighter and French fighter, because these two countries, they bring hard to fight.
Of course.
Yeah, not fight for money, not fight for entertainment, but they fight for their own dignity and own martial art and own country.
Finally, my last question is about Kun Khmer, of course. What is your biggest dream for the future of Kun Khmer, and what message would you like to send to the French audience or will discovering the sports?
Thank you. That's a very good question. My dream, my future dream, I want to organize the biggest Kun Khmer event fights in France to show that the rule of the fight come from French people. And France and Cambodia together grow in the history, long history. So I would like to invite all French audience to pay attention to our Kun Khmer program, especially tomorrow. There will be a real fight, best fights in the world between Cambodian fighter and French fighter. And soon in the future, we will see the real Kun Khmer warrior go to France. That I hope I can cooperate with our partner, with Mr. Jelu and other partner, to organize Kun Khmer fight in France more and more. And also we will have a tour to Europe, Kun Khmer tour to Europe. And we have planned already that we have Scotland, we have Italy, we have Holland. We also have a friend too in our program in the near future.
So, thank you for this interview.
Thank you.
And see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you tomorrow.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup les Français.